All right, so warm-up number 71 should have been on your screen, and it reads identify D3, D5, D7 from the given data. And there's a bunch of data there in front of you. You already know what to do. Therefore, I'll give you some time for that. Copy and go. We'll be recording this session just so that you can have this. This is a smooth introduction to probability. Right. Yes, Mr. Q. All right, just to double check, you organize your data from least to greatest. You got your formula D of K equals K over 10 times N plus 1. And that gives you what? The position, right? So whatever that number was, you're going to count to find that number in the position that you got after the formula. Yes? Yes, Mr. Q. All right. Agenda, warm-up number 71, intro to probability, and your home plate for tonight, study your formulas. Today I'm going to give you a little bit of time just to make sure you update your formula and your cards, because we're about to get into an activity with that pretty soon. By now, I think we are at, I want to say 28 formulas? Something like that? Yes, Mr. Q. All right. So today we're going to do a soft intro to probability. And here's your code to today's presentation, 7KR2B, 7KR2B. So after that, get a Cornell note ready, title it probability. So like that, you know from this point forward, we're going to be working with that. Still a section of statistics, but mainly we're going to focus with probability as we move along. And all right, here we go. I can identify and compute the basic probability. I can identify and compute basic probability. So as I mentioned, we're about to embark on that. Today's going to be a soft intro. So like that, it's not past whelm for some of you. I'll give you some time to set up. You don't need a Frere model today. Before we move on, though, on your screen, there they are. Check that with your notes to make sure you have all of those. I'm going to give you some time to update your cards. There's construction paper over there by Michael Jordan on my desk. There's scissors in the boxes. And let me send the screen in case you need to keep tab as to which ones you need to cross out, whatever the case. You don't need to name them because by now I just want to make sure that you have all of them. I'll give you some time for that. Go. So, with that said, set that aside. So today we're starting our probability section. So at this point, go ahead and just close your Chromebooks. Take all your stuff with you. Team up with someone. You need to get in teams of 2. And there's only going to be one team of 3, but you need to be in teams of 2. Go, move. Some of you that are working on something else, focus. My goodness. Okay, once again, you don't need your Chromebooks, so put them away. Bah. All you need is your notebook, and you need your desk clear. So, at this time, send a gopher to come get a pair of dice. Oh yeah, we got this. Only one pair. Pair. All right, here's the instructions. Y'all ready? It says, you will need 2 dice and alternately roll as many times as you can until I say stop. However, you're going to record your roll on your paper, on your notes. You start your Cornell notes, yes? I said just to get your notebook in front of you. So I want you to label yours with your initials, a little table, and then your partner's initials and a table. You're going to keep tabs of both or all 3. So example, let's say I teamed up with Michael Jordan, so I'm going to label mine Q, MJ, let's say I was in teams of 3, and I got Larry Bird. All 3 of us. And then we're going to alternate rolls, and it's going to go pretty quick, so look up really quick. So when I throw the dice, I'm going to roll them, look up. I'm going to roll both dice, and let's say I get on one of them a 1, and on the other one I get 3. So I'm going to add those 2, and I'm going to write 1 plus 3 is 4. Then you give the die to the next person, which will be MJ, and he'll record his, and the next person, and so on and so forth. Keep going as fast as you can until I say stop. Okay, so paper, rock, scissors to see who's going to start. So give the dice to them. All right, you may begin. Roll, record your numbers, add them, and give the die to your partner. Go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Stop the rolls. No more rolls. All right. So now we have plenty of data in our pages. Yes. All right. This next part is going to be the fun part because now we're going to compete against each other. Right now I was just gathering data. Look up to the screen. So I put some data here for MJ, Larry Bird, and myself. Okay? So what we just did, we rolled just like you guys, and we got several data. And I'm looking at this number, though. Look up. Looking at this number only, which is known as the sum, right? Because we're adding the 2 numbers. And what I'm going to do next and say, well, I'm going to predict that the number that came up the most was 6, so I'm going to stick with 6. That's going to be my number. Q's got 6. You're like, but that's not fair. Why does Q have to go first? That's why you're going to paper, rock, scissors to see who's going to choose first. If you're in teams of 3, who's going to choose second, and who's going to choose third. The one, after we do the next section, I'll give you the instructions in a little bit, but paper, rock, scissors to see who's going to choose first. Choose first, then second, and then the last person. So you're going to pick a number that you think is going to come up the most, and the person that wins this round is going to get a free problem from the next pop party. A free problem. All right? So select which number you're going to stick with for this next section. What number are you going to stick? And don't tell your partner why you chose that one. Just this is your strategy. What is your strategy? And you just choose it. But paper, rock, scissors to see who chooses first. All right, so for this next section, write your number. So let's say I chose 6, MJ's going to choose 3, and Larry Bird's going to choose 9, and so on and so forth. Whichever number you chose, according to whatever it is that you saw. But once again, you're looking at all the data from yours and your partners, and you're looking at this number, the sum. Because now what we're going to do, here goes the instructions. Look up. It says, you will use 2 dice alternately to roll many times until I said stop. You already picked your number. You're going to record your frequency as many times. So check this out. So for this section, look up. Just go like this, and then you're going to write underneath example super Q. And again, you're going to write your initials with your number. Then your partners with their number. And again, you're going to do the same thing. Roll as many times as you can. So when you get the dice, let's say I get the dice and I roll them, and I get a 3, and I get a 6. 3 and a 6 is 9. I don't get any points. Who gets the frequency? Larry Bird. So you're going to tally. I'm going to write a little tally there. The one with the most tallies at the end wins. Everybody see what we're doing? 3 plus 6 was 9. So we're still adding, but you're just going to tally whenever your number comes up. Everybody with me? All right, so begin. I'll tell you when to stop. Go as fast as you can, so like that you can get as much frequency and as more opportunities as you can. Go. All right, stop really quick. Stop. Record the last one really quick. I'm not stopping the game yet. This time, each person gets 2 rolls, so it can go a little bit faster. Instead of alternating at each one, do 2 of them. So roll, record, roll. Pass it to the next one, record your data, and then continue on. Ready, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. No more rolls. Tally your tallies, your frequency. What was your frequency for your number, for your partners? All right. All right. What you just experienced, guys, we used data, statistics, but now using it to bridge into probability in regards to certain numbers. Now, some of you saw maybe a pattern or something. This is what I want you to do on your paper. Write what was your strategy in choosing your number. Write it down. What was your strategy in choosing your number? Or in other words, why did you choose that number? And number 2, did it pay off to choose a number? Nice. All right. Well, students, welcome to probability. Probability students, we'll stop right there. Tomorrow we're going to get into a way of knowing for sure, a little bit more for sure, or a systematic way of choosing these certain numbers for probability. Okay? So I'm going to stop the video right here. And tonight's home play, once again, make sure you study your formulas. All right? Enjoy. Bye.